This entry shows Callaway personally authorized the final, massive insurance payout on Victor Hale's life policy, just days before the police closed the case as an accidental death. Detective Monroe had rebuilt her board, adding a professional headshot of the composed, silver-haired Callaway. So the son of the killer hands us a spreadsheet implicating a CFO who's been running a respectable business for 20 years? Detective Gary Lee challenged, holding a stale breakfast bar. Would, Monroe replied, her eyes locked on the ledger printout pinned to the board. If he had forged it with Daniel's ID. But this uses Callaway's internal code. This entry shows Callaway personally authorized the final, massive insurance payout on Victor Hale's life policy, just days before the police closed the case as an accidental death. It would be, if the entire $10 million went back into the firm. But Callaway logged a concurrent transfer of $1.8 million from the payout to a newly created shell company in Belize, a company the ledger metadata confirms Callaway himself registered. That money didn't go back into the company. It went into Callaway's private offshore account. He took it by arranging for Victor's death, triggering the policy and paying off the only person, Leah Hale, who might have connected the dots. The implication was horrifying. Daniel Cross wasn't solely responsible. He was a fall guy. A desperate man who believed he was protecting his son by taking the blame for a system engineered by his quiet, efficient and ultimately more ruthless partner. 007, Mark breathed, lifting his head. Mark stopped on a series of transactions marked LH settlement. The dates were post-murder, post-trial. Large sums, clean wire transfers, leaving zero trail on the official company books. Massive, anonymous payments starting just after the lake house fire. Daniel was paying someone off. Look at the column for origination ID. The ID for every payment. Mark followed the column to the unexpected code. GC007, Mark breathed, lifting his head. What in God's name is GC007? Ethan leaned back, the color draining from his face as the weight of the realization settled over him. That's not my father's code. GC is Grant Callaway. Grant Callaway wasn't just a partner. He was the ghost in the Cross and Hale machine. He was the absolute, meticulous infrastructure of their wealth. The chief financial officer who could make $500,000 vanish into thin air and reappear in a holding company 3 months later, looking like legitimate expenses. When you look at corporate crime, the most dangerous person isn't the one shouting in the boardroom, it's the person managing the books. Callaway was quiet, meticulous, and absolutely indispensable. 007 code appeared, the entire case cracked open. It shifted from a story of a single impulsive murder to a premeditated, corporate-level conspiracy. This entry shows Callaway personally authorized the final, massive insurance payout on Victor Hale's life policy, just days before the police closed the case as an accidental death. Detective Monroe had rebuilt her board,